Alright, hopefully.
Alright, now everyone can hear me.
I'll open the stream and make sure that people can actually hear me. Who knows? Maybe I'm just a...
Oh no, they definitely hear
ghost.
you.
Delightful.
I think, yeah, one of them saying the mic, dude, meaning I think they can hear you breathing. Yeah, I can hear it too.
You can hear me breathing?
Mm-hmm.
How intense is this mic?
Oh, must be insane.
It's the Razer Krakens, so it's my first time using them.
Looks like
I'll move the mic away from my face. Maybe I'll stick it further into my mouth actually instead. Perfect.
I mean, there. I don't know if you've ever edited Discord options, but you can. It's somewhere in there. Let me look it up. User settings, voice and video.
Look at my face and tell me if I look like the kind of person that knows how in the world to use Discord.
You know, it's a good point you made there.
This is Xana. Hi. Xana of Xana's books.
Yes.
Me.
I'll link Xana's channel in a bit. Why am I looking at Twitter? No. I should be opening my Google Drive so I can write things for people.
I'm looking at the YouTube screen. Hello! Maybe that'll be my role. I can just, like, read the comments to you.
I mean...
Tell you when everyone says that you suck.
I hope people don't say that. I mean, they
then
might.
Then it'll just be me. I'm kidding, I love you.
I love me too.
Perfect. I got Maestro here with me. He's sleeping away on his blanket.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, which one was it? Main. No, it's not. It's not main. Looking for a game to capture. Get out of here. Display capture. There it is. Game. I found it. I'm amazing.
No wonder it looks so bad. My quality was at 144.
Oh my god.
I was like, I'm pretty sure I have my glasses on my face. I can read the comments.
Hey. Pixelated. Well, can you guys even read this? This isn't the newest chapter, but it's close enough. Let me just.
I can read it now that I turned the quality up. You might want to zoom in like a tiny touch. Who knows? But I can read it. It's legible.
That's better. All right. Now to show you how I update things. This is so bad. The first thing I do is actually look at my own story and see if I'm screwing up my timelines. Let's see here. Go here, close this thing, close this, go down here.
It's been ages since I've seen the upload page on FFN. Oh, I miss it.
Oh god. Ew, get out. FFN, go black. Hell yeah, this is better. Alright, so the last thing I wrote was in January 28th, 1995. Okay. Alright. I'll just... I don't know. Like, just throw this here.
My brain first went to that's when you uploaded this. That was the last time you updated that story.
Oh. When I was 4 years old?
When you were 4 years old. I may or may not have even been born at that point.
Like, still barely teething? No.
I don't think you'd be teething at 4. I'm pretty sure at 4 you have all your teeth. That's when you usually start.
Don't you lose some teeth though?
True. You do kind of teeth when teeth come in. I remember when my wisdom teeth were coming in, and every time I'd get a drink from the drive-thru, I'd just start like chewing on the straw, and it'd be like. Oh, Zaid says, shouldn't you check the rest of the chapter in case the date changes?
No, because I only put one date.
What if this is the one time that you didn't, though?
Alright, sure, You know what? Control F, 1995. Nope, no other date changes. Or maybe,
Alright.
screw it, I'll scroll down anyway. Yeah, bubble beam, yeah, you know, he uses protect, that's right, I forgot about that.
John says Zero was running around slamming his head into walls. I assume that that's how you mean he was teething. I could see that.
Well, I did do some strange things in the past.
Only in the past?
I mean, I'd like to think I'm doing non-strange things right now. When I was a kid, I was my what was it? My brothers and sisters, they had top like bunk beds, and I was sleeping in a drawer bed. So one time I went onto the top bed, and I was playing around on it, and then I fell vertically down onto concrete floor. I never recovered.
Imagine. I had a couple fall stories from when I was a kid. The house I grew up in had a spiral staircase going upward, like an encased spiral staircase, and there was a thick wooden door at the bottom of it. And we used to sit and like slide our way down, like sit on our bum and slide on the way down because it was fun. We were children, easily entertained. I remember I was doing it once and I accidentally leaned too far forward and I ended up tumbling all the way down and slamming my forehead directly onto the thick wooden door.
Sounds horrifying.
Crazy. Like, it's hysterical thinking back on it because you're allowed to laugh at yourself in the past and like stupid traumatic moments.
Yeah,
but
you're right. That's true.
At least John says at least you didn't keep pushing all the glass and watch it fall. So like a cat, like how cats like knock things off of counters.
Did you make a custom URL for your channel yet? I think you can.
Me?
Yeah.
I'll open up my studio and see.
Might as well look.
If not, I'll just send you my channel link.
No, I found your channel link.
Bold of you to assume that I know how to do things.
I mean, I don't know. I usually just like, if I want to know how to do something, I Google it and I follow the instructions. Dude, click this button. All right. People tell me I'm like like I do stuff for people and they tell me I couldn't figure it out. You're like a genius or something. And in my head, I'm like, I opened up a web page and there was a list 1 to 5, exactly what to do, where to click, and I did it. It's like
Zaid,
what?
You're just good at following tutorials, which is good. Zaid says, "Holy crap, you fall vertically."
I mean, okay, I realize it sounds dumb when I said it like that. When
I mean, like, you probably meant like head first or something like that, right?
Yeah, head first and straight down. It's not like I jumped in an arc or anything. I just fell off and fell straight down, 90 degrees to the ground, basically. My vector of descent was 90 degrees, intersecting with the ground. That didn't even sound right.
We'll just leave it at that. We're just gonna roll away from that thought. Continual 360 away from that thought.
Oh wait, wouldn't a 360 just
full circle? You just keep rolling.
Oh, okay.
We're here to write fan fiction, not have logic.
I mean,
there is no logic in fan fiction.
Hey, look, Squirtle got his claws bigger. That means he's gonna evolve, but I don't know when he's gonna evolve. So I copped out and I said he's gonna evolve at some point.
I should read this in like a very dramatic voice when it's all done and over with.
I even had the basically read his inside of a Pokedex, but I had him just give random estimates, a week, 2 at most, and then I realized then that this is January 28th, and 2 weeks leads me to the second task. So why don't I just start at the second task? I forgot when exactly the second task begins. Harry Potter second task. Was there an exact time? Muggle's Guide to
Triwizard Tournament?
Yes.
Oh,
24th of February. I'm stupid. It wasn't even the 14th because that's Valentine's Day.
like Valentine's Day. February 15th is one of my favorite days because all that chocolate goes on sale. It's delightful.
But what about the February the...
John says, I don't think it was ever stated.
Yeah, it was just the morning. You're right.
The morning.
Oh yeah, the morning. I can't do an English accent.
Zaid asks, do you keep a spreadsheet with a list of things? Also, can you see these comments, or am I just like...
Oh no, I can see the comments.
Pointlessly reading them off. Oh, so I'm just like reading them off for no apparent reason. I thought
if you like, I liked you reading them. To be honest, I didn't want to stop that. It was a good thing.
Then I'll continue. You don't even have to monitor that much. Then you can just totally focus on other things.
That's very
do you keep a? So he wants to know: do you keep a spreadsheet with a list of things like what spells he knows and what powers the Pokemon have, important events, things like that?
They're all kept in the actual story. This doesn't actually require that much information keeping. They still know the basic moves if you're asking about the Pokemon.
10 days after Valentine's Day, all the champions were outside, wearing bathing suits on cold weather.
Well, yeah, I know that much, but at what time particularly? Is it? Did it start at 9 a.m.? Like,
I mean, I don't think it had a particular time.
Yeah, if it doesn't state it here, then it's not.
Portion of the tourney was to start.
For the egg.
I could I don't think I own a copy of the book that it's in, but like look to see if Harry ate breakfast beforehand or if he ate lunch or things like that. Like we could probably infer when it happened, but also this is fan fiction. We're probably allowed to make some artistic choices.
Oh yes, of course. Someone lost, aims down. Okay, nobody cares.
This doesn't require my. I like that. Weeps at GamerFix.
Oh, if you're talking about my GamerFix, let me show you something here. Let me see. Elemental Trinity, fanfic.net. We're talking about GamerFix. I do have a spreadsheet because you need a spreadsheet for this thing. For HP, MP, strength, vitality, agility, intelligence, wisdom, and then all the list of all the skills and how many percentages they add and how they affect anything, and regeneration. I got all of that. Oh yeah, and an XP chart. And I'll be brutally honest with you. I started writing this in 2018. I will always keep rereading the story. If 2 months pass and I haven't updated, like okay, January 3rd, it's been what, 2.5 months so far? I haven't even touched this thing. I've essentially forgotten all the details, and I don't want to fall into that trap where I confuse one story with the other and just start putting them together in a very awful mess. So I usually read it. I read it last night, skimmed it, just so I'm sure exactly what's going on.
You see, this is where info dump documents come in handy. Then you wouldn't have to do that.
I don't know what info dump documents is, but I'm sure I will learn after the stream.
Yeah.
Okay.
I find it funny. I was listening to some authors talk on YouTube, and they were talking about how once their book is published, they like never read it again. And as I'm writing my books, I'm like, well, I like my book. Like, it's fun. I feel like I would enjoy reading it, and I'm at the stage where I'm like, unless someone makes a comment in my document, there is no way in heck that you are getting me to open this and read it at my own free will.
I mean, I always reread my book. I've been recently I've been reading it. Like you told me you reached like what 75% in there, and I was like, you know what? I think it's time for me to reread my book. I found some errors. I'll say that I found errors. I didn't like that happened to me, but I did find some. Okay.
Yeah, Zaid was mentioning about keeping info sheets for important things to remember so you didn't have to do it. And then John says, reread them, narrating cringe fan fiction.
Oh my god. I mean, I would probably reread my worst one.
I'll read it.
It's not this one. This one is one of my better ones. This one is my effort at fusing two fandoms together in a way that makes sense. Okay, this is here. I usually read the 5 chapters.
72,000 words, nice.
Oh yeah. Not very popular though. I mean, okay, not to sound like a jerk. I know some people would look at this number and say, "Oh my god, that's amazing numbers." But I think for me, if I compare this to any of my other works, so for example, let's see. This one. This one is 15 chapters with 446 reviews, and this one is 8 chapters with 609. Half the length, and more people read it and followed it, and honestly, people are crazy about this one. This one I'll be updating probably next week. I'm pretty sure.
Suit of Magic.
Yes. Essentially, the reason I started writing this one is I went on FFnet and I looked up Harry Potter self-insert, and I found only one that seemed popular, and it was the one with the guy's name is he names himself but a learner, you know, like Darth Vader. I was but the learner, but now I'm the master. He names himself Bud a learner, like three words.
Okay.
And he toadies up to the main cast and basically reveals secrets and all of that. Essentially, very boring. I'll be honest. Maybe you think it's interesting. I died on the inside. I hated it. So I was like, wait, what would happen if I was in here?
So basically, your origin story was, this thing's trash. I could do better than that.
To be honest, that's yeah, you're right. You're definitely right.
A lot of authors have that origin story.
I mean, there's also another origin story related to this, and it was a fan fiction that I won't name that is very, very popular, that has 2 of these words in here that completely disregarded the initial premise in order to write adult content and, you know, stray from the promise that it made. So I was like, you know what, I want a story in which it's just about the magic. Yeah, I even write it here in the description. Why should I care? I mean, sure, I had a lot of reviews telling me that he should care. They're gonna kill him because blah blah blah. Provide reason X and Y. But I didn't want to write a story where the inserted character fixes everything. I used to read those, you know, when I was younger. Now, I just want character adventure. Not that's the word. That's not the word. Adventures. That's the word. Okay. Lines. Go down. I think I was here. Yeah, I was here. Okay. I'm just speed reading here. Myrtle is very creepy, by the way. And a sad story besides.
Yeah, V sad. F in the chat for Myrtle.
I'll put one. Yeah. There we go. It's okay. I read Zaid's comments. It's more it's more of a fusion than a crossover. I don't know if you care to make that distinction. A crossover for me usually means like one person gets thrown into the other world and they have to figure out how to survive there. For this, I use the concept that both are the same world, except one world had a devastating apocalypse scenario. And this is what remains. Yeah, that's right. Neville was making apricorns. You know, the thing that's used to catch Pokemon. You'd be surprised at how the worlds can like fuse together. Because you got Luna and her dad doing zoology. You got Hagrid, also the same thing. And you have Neville who can work with plants, which, you know, berries and apricorns. And I know there's another plant in Pokemon. I forget which one it is. There's another type of plant you can do something with it. And I also structured the spells based on Pokemon types.
Neato.
So like what was it? The Patronus charm is basically a ghost type's move.
Oh, that's cool.
And Transfiguration is psychic type. Of course, I never tell anyone what I'm actually what the behind the scenes is. People just look at it and are like, you know, I can see the hints here and there.
Still fun, finding the hints and picking up and inferring things. Little Easter eggs. It's almost Easter. I like Easter.
I like doing. Do you do the thing where you crack eggs? I don't know if you guys do that in the States.
What do you mean?
Like you boil eggs and you hard boil eggs and you color them. You give them decorations.
Oh yeah, colored eggs.
And you put them, and then the kids have a tournament to see which egg survives. And they smash the eggs together. Not like roughly smash, just like tip to tip.
I don't think we ever did that, but we definitely did color eggs as a kid. I haven't done it in years, but we also had, oh, what were they called?
Also, Ron gets together with Tracy Davis. Just throwing that out there.
So today we're working on the lake task of the Triwizard Tournament?
Yeah, pretty much. So, 24. D95. You know, let's just say it's 8:30. And let's say Hogwarts Castle Grounds. And then saving. Okay. Now, I have a tool that counts words or not. Word count. Might as well. I'm reading these comments here. PGO and HP surprisingly fits. I haven't found a good crossover yet, though. I've never... You guys might be weirded out by this, but I've never read Percy Jackson.
I've never read them either.
Everyone tells me it's amazing. Like, I'm constant... What?
I think they were in that phase for, like... My younger sister really liked the movies and probably would have liked the books if she read books. And her friends liked them and things like that, but they're like the generation right under me, and so I think it was... I think we just missed the hype for it.
You see the movies?
Zed says... Well, to read the books or watch the movies or things like that. I'm not sure. Zed says they haven't. Najix says, I've heard the first 2 or 3 audiobooks. And John says, with how wizards have a superiority complex, also replacing "oh god" with Merlin and thinking that magic can do anything.
Oh yeah, I've always found that weird with the whole Merlin thing. It's treated like a godlike figure. What did he even do? Look him up.
You just had to ask me. Well, like, whenever I think Merlin, I think more of the story of like Arthur.
Well, yeah, I think about
He's like
that.
one of the first wizards or most credited wizards or things like that. A maker of magic.
The guy attended Hogwarts.
I think it's basically the equivalent of like a basketball fan going like, "Oh, LeBron" or things like that.
Oh. Oh, LeBron.
Oh, LeBron.
Oh my god.
That's basketball, right?
Uh,
LeBron James played basketball, right?
yeah, he did. I still found it weird. Oh, LeBron.
LeBron.
Like something weird happens, or like an embarrassing scene happens, or an accent. LeBron, no. Goodness, goodness me! By the name of LeBron.
Not that bit of a stretch to think they'd forgot the gods. I mean, they probably think themselves equivalent or equal to the gods, even if they were thinking like Norse gods, Greek gods, or things like that, that they'd become on the same level because they could manipulate magic and things like that, and that they've basically become a god in and of themselves. So
Yeah,
maybe that's why
wizards are weird in this story. I'll be honest. They're straight up weird. You know the light spell Lumos?
Yeah.
It wasn't created for like, you know, finding your way in the darkness, blah blah blah, etc. No, it was created by a lady who just couldn't be able to see something that drops in between two tables, like, cause it was positioned in a way that you couldn't see anything down there, and so she created the spell to be able to see down there and pick up the item she dropped.
Canonically?
I think so. Maybe I butchered the story. Let's see. Lumos, Harry Potter. Wand Lightning Charm. Yeah.
I think, let's see, the first series I read to completion was
There it is.
Percy Jackson. I was at the perfect age to read them, and my mom saw them one time. Storm picked them up for me. That's a really fun story.
Fallen Quill in a dusty corner. It's not like I used it to figure out how to empower children to be safe in case they get, you know,
lost.
Separated from parents, lost, and it becomes nighttime. No. She was looking for a quill in a corner.
Hey, necessity is the mother of invention.
And it's not like she invented it and just brought it, like, tried to patent it or anything. She invented it and didn't tell anyone, and they just happened to notice her use it, trying to find a quill in a corner.
Magic is built specifically for like, convenience in everyday life. I agree with that.
Yeah. You remember the comment?
Pretty convenient to be able to just like, you know, splice people into a million pieces. Yeah, Snape was right in that.
Let's see. Is my keyboard loud?
Type something and I'll tell you.
I am typing. Okay, I guess it's not loud.
Nah.
I put a...
That goes to show that I can't hear it.
Alright, that's good.
I'm also only listening through the Discord. I'm not listening through YouTube, though I am watching the YouTube, so...
I should probably watch my stream's audio thing. Let's see here.
John says somewhat. Maybe if you click like really hard.
Oh yeah, if I quick type. No, that's fine. I put a noise gate on my microphone so that it wouldn't pick up bass sounds, like, you know, my computer whirring.
Oh yeah, I do know how to do that in Discord. I've done it before.
Yeah, it's in voice and video in your settings.
Yeah, I just like being facetious.
And I always forget what that word means. Facetious. Okay,
Fish,
there we go.
Whose names start with "fa" and live in the sea.
Not being very serious.
Me?
I mean, that's what facetious means.
Oh.
You're like the Joker. except shorter.
It
and
fits
not
with
crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so second task. Let's say Luna's taken, obviously. Or maybe I shouldn't show people what the outline will be, because it will kind of spoil it for them. I don't care. This is a writing stream.
Stream is updating a fanfic, so they'd probably assume that you're working on a chapter that hasn't been posted yet.
I know, but like I don't. I suck at this.
Sure that things will work out just fine. Just a moment.
Alright. Pretty normal, okay. Excel says spells be 2, branded dark and thrown away. Yeah, makes sense. Actually, I never realized that the wand lighting charm can also be used to it had another use other than lighting the place.
Okay. Also, I'm back.
It repels ghosts and other spectral foes such as, I don't ever know how to pronounce this. Jit rashes? This thing. Let me just open up the page for
it. Wait, it's too short. I can't say. Too short? Too small.
Same thing.
Gaitrish?
Yeah?
So I'd probably say it is Gaitrish, Getrish.
Yeah. It's like a white dog.
Maybe all the letters are silent and it's just huh.
Maybe.
Or I'm trying to figure out how that would be said. Because I feel like the guy would be the GY. Gaitrish.
Could be that.
But who knows? Because she's also English, so like it could have American phonetics associated with it, or I heard the join sound through both earphones.
Pop pop.
Yeah, I thought it like lined up perfectly with me muting and unmuting my mic, so I was confused.
That was indeed pretty cool. Alright, so Luna's taken. Harry knows she's gonna be taken, but he still gets angry. That's how people work. What are you saying? What are you saying? I should like calm down. Do you like the music, by the way?
Music?
Oh yeah, you probably don't hear it, do you? Because you're not listening to the stream. What about you, viewers? Do you like the music? If it's too low, let me know. I'll raise it up slightly.
To my teaching days of speaking to the void. Felt like Dora the Explorer all the time.
Dora the Explorer?
It was like a Nick Jr. or some show for little kids. It was to help teach like basic Spanish and just perception abilities, other educational things like that I really don't care to think about.
That's fair.
Everyone's saying that the music is very faint. Some don't even hear it. Hi, Fluffy.
I raised it. Maybe they'll hear it now.
Let's see. Crazy how far behind the chat is from where we're actually talking.
Anywho, works.
All right.
I don't. If the Sunday stream, is it like this too? Maybe it's faster, but like Streamlabs is meant to be a little slower than the actual chat.
Well, it usually takes like a handful of moments for you to like realize comments or address them, but you're also like reading, so
yeah, it makes sense.
Indeed.
Okay. Probably the hardest part of the writing process for me is just coming up with stuff to happen. So let's see.
I usually like coming up with what the character wants, like what the main goal is, and thinking about what kind of hardships could happen on their way towards achieving that goal. Like what plausible things would keep them from just achieving this simple goal easily, or things like that. Like outlining backwards in a sense. Poor Charmeleon. Char.
Not sure how useful Bulbasaur would be underwater. Probably not.
Bulbasaur. I don't know. Maybe he'd like sprout.
Okay.
Cambrian fixed status.
I'm not sure what that means.
Wartortle appears, showing his evolved state and newly evolved power.
Let me just
be awesome for like Squirtle to be too weak to free Luna, and you know Red's gonna like drown, and Squirtle's just like, yo, I'm the best starter because I've got sunglasses in the anime. And I'm just gonna evolve and like save everyone.
Wearing sunglasses. God, I forgot that episode.
Squirtle Squad. I think that might be the same episode with the jelly-filled donuts.
Jelly-filled?
Want a donut? These jelly-filled donuts are my favorite.
Oh god.
I know. I'll use my trusty frying pan.
Oh no, don't say it. As a
drying pan!
Damn it. Yo, the voice actor behind Brock he did what he could.
Went with it.
They told him do this, and he looked at the script and was like,
I'm getting paid either way.
This is dumb, but I'm gonna make it funny. Alright, ready for the task. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. Fire seeds. To stay warm. I personally thought that Rowling didn't consider how cold the lake is. And, you know, getting her characters to go in the water for an hour in February weather.
February.
Where it snows.
Well, yeah, it was kind of snowy, wasn't it? They're wizards. I'm sure they had like warming charms and things like that.
You're a wizard, Harry. I'm a what?
You're a wizard, Harry. You're a Harry wizard.
A wizard. A what? There's a stupid video online that just says that over and over.
You could have like Charmeleon blow on a bunch of rocks or whatever, and Red has to like keep them in his pockets in order to stay warm, and they'll only stay warm in the cold water for a certain time. Or you're a lizard, Harry.
Yeah.
Insert lizard noises here. I can't do them and make it audible or sound pleasant on my mic, I'm sure.
Sound horrifying, to be honest. Yeah,
my one goal in life is to sound horrifying.
I would like to sound horrifying. I can't remember if Bubblehead was a single word or two. Let's see.
I think it's like hyphenated, like Bubblehead charm.
Right. You're right, it was hyphenated.
They mentioned warming charms, I think, on the Great Hall where Boobants appeared cold. When Boobants appeared cold. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that correctly.
Bobaton.
Bobaton? My cousin-in-law is French. She'd probably be able to tell me.
Bobaton. It means beautiful.
Oh yeah,
wand.
you also speak French. Like
yes.
What?
Here, I'll read it in a French accent. Let's see. They mentioned warming charms, I think, on the Great Hall when Bobaton appeared cold. Let's see, I did it.
My cousin-in-law, who was French, always tried speaking with like a very clear accent or things like that. because I don't remember the reason.
Stupid.
Well, I don't think it's stupid, but she just liked being very clear with her enunciation because she wasn't born in France but grew up in France from like 5 onward. So
where's she
the desire
born?
to
States?
Ukraine.
Ukraine. Oof.
Yeah. Anyhow, so far our outline is the second task. Luna's taken. Expected it. Still anger. Charmeleon is useless underwater because Zero, don't be stupid, he has a fire tail. Bulby, also not very useful. Squirtle still hasn't evolved yet, but he's ready for the task. Fire seeds to stay warm. Bubblehead charm.
I'm trying to think what else would be useful here.
What if instead of like Bubblehead, let me be a backseat driver for just like another 52 minutes. What if like Squirtle blows a kind of bubble around his head that like repels water, so it's like air on the inside and water on the, I don't know. Just trying to think of Pokemon ways to make it cool.
I thought Bubble Beam were bubbles with water in them.
I mean, they could be, but bubbles are usually just like
I'll look it up.
A circle of things with air on the inside. But Bubble Beam could be different.
I think I have an idea. I'll keep the Bubblehead charm. However, Bubble Beam will be made to deliver fire seeds to Harry, because they don't last very long. And you can't exactly...
Just remembered most fire starters die when the fire on their tail die out. That episode was so hard to watch. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. No daddy to Charmeleon. He must stay
That's
alive.
That's why you gotta work with them. Get those buddies to evolve. So they aren't crying under a shaking leaf.
You're gonna make me cry. No, Zero needs to calm down and not cry.
Calm down, Zero. Stop being so emotional. Gosh. Can't take you anywhere.
What's that Charmander?
Wanted to beat the crap out of Damien. Indeed. Oh!
That Charmander. Look at that. Look at that little guy. He's so sad.
We hug. Zero needs to be his own hero. I think I have my cat by me. Bro, get off of this. I'm getting sad. This is supposed to be happy.
Alright. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you are.
Deliver fire seeds. Through the charm. Otherwise, Harry will choke to death when he tries to eat another. Oh, drown, sorry.
Drowning actually apparently isn't as terrifying as I thought it was.
Don't your lungs burn and you just like...
Well, what happens is that water starts invading and then your body seizes up to try and prevent water from getting into your lungs, and so you actually pass out a lot sooner from lack of oxygen than you do of just not breathing. So you actually go out a lot quicker than you'd think. Still terrifying. But yeah. Fluffy says always get a kick out of that episode. Their name is Damien.
Oh dear. Such evil.
What if my name was Damien?
I'd be weirded out. Because I've never
So you either pass out or... So you either pass out or your lungs get filled with water. Well, you kind of pass out first, and then your lungs get filled with water, and then all the things. Anyway, Damien, I didn't hear you a minute ago because it kind of cut out. What were you saying about my name being Damien?
Oh, I said it'd be weird.
Okay. It would, wouldn't it? But it's not, so... Poor thing dies, such a pity. Yeah. Brings a whole new meaning to wearing your heart on your sleeve. Except it's your heart on your tail, but... Yeah.
What is the flame on his tail? I thought it was a gas, but I've also heard that it's an oil secretion that burns.
I mean, that would make sense if it was an oil secretion, because oil and water don't really mix, and it just kind of like muddle it up and ruin it, but I'm just gonna go with Pokemon magic logic and leave it at that.
Did I write
either way
correctly? Let's see. Is that Charmander? No. Yeah, I wrote Grindilo correctly. Holy crap, it's frightening.
Rah! Creepy.
Why isn't
Grindilo.
it a picture? There we go. Look at this thing.
I feel like that's how most people feel on the inside before they've had a morning cup of coffee.
So, me all the time then?
Yeah. Well, Ash's previous Pokemon, I don't think they were abandoned. He leaves them with, like, Professor Oak, and Professor Oak takes care of them, and they live very happy lives.
I think he's saying that this is technically abandonment.
Maybe, but Pokemon are traded all the time.
Yeah, I mean, okay. In the games, it's much worse. I'll say that much. You just put them in the computer and they forget about them forever.
Let's see how many Pokemon I have in my slot that I'm just never going to open. Let me just open up that Game Boy. Dink. It's like that is nothing like my mental image of the Grindalo.
So I have two choices here. One, not have Red scanning anything, because it's a machine. Red is basically a consciousness inside of the Pokedex Harry acquires when he finds the 3 Pokemon. Like, it's an extra item that comes with them. And it basically scans things, talks, reveals history of the world it was in, and various information on Pokemon and how to make Pokeballs and stuff like that. And it has his personality, so technically his soul.
Crazy.
If I have him scanning things in the water, it'll be super easy to avoid dangerous situations.
What if they just aren't allowed to have them?
Like, you're not allowed to carry anything except your wand?
Yeah.
Oh, that's when you summon things, right? That makes sense.
Yeah.
But what I was thinking is that the Pokedex is not... What's the word? It's not impermeable. So water can get in and destroy the machine. But I'm not sure I should go that route. Because...
You could just make it so that they aren't allowed to use it in the water.
I mean, but like they can't stop him from using it if he summons it, right? It's like the broom situation, where they're like, you go in with your wand, and he just summons his broom and flies around and steals the egg from the dragon.
Well, I think that was like a life or death situation, which she was about to get murdered. But
I mean, this
maybe if they say explicitly beforehand you aren't allowed to use this, then he can't summon it. So it's not just like, oh, smart boy, you went around the rules. 52 points to Gryffindor. It's like, hey kid, you're not allowed to do that. 52 points to Gryffindor anyways.
Meanwhile, Malfoy's in the background like, what the fuck? I'm gonna
my
write
father
my father.
will hear about this.
My father will hear about this, Potter.
My father will hear about this, Potter. Potter!
He gets progressively angry.
Potter! Oh, I can't do it while still trying to be nasally. John says he needs to sleep.
I mean, you should sleep if you actually need to sleep. They just
Sleep
chilling.
is a good thing.
I know there's someone watching the stream that told me they would be, but they won't talk. So we'll still have a silent viewer, and we probably have we have 3 viewers right now from the looks of it. Get some rest, John Norbert Assumption. Maybe you show up to my stream on Sunday, like you didn't do last time, breaking my heart, tearing me apart. You got any more words that rhyme? Apart. Because I don't.
Cart.
Art?
Cohort. Good kind of rhyme. Stretched it.
It could. I think I might just go with the whole you can bring anything you want.
Okay. He could bring anything he wants, have the ability to stick out of trouble, and still get into trouble because of not knowing better. Shows that even if you have the greatest of tools, you can still be an idiot.
Exactly. Or...
Oh, that's an oh, I'm sorry, John.
Oh. I didn't know that, buddy. I'm sorry. Yo, take all the time you need. You didn't even have to come to the stream, dude. I feel bad now. Let's see here.
Red could be overconfident about being able to get through the Grindylow swarm. Like, oh, I can take this.
I was thinking more something along the lines of wizards messed with the creatures beforehand to make things a little more interesting.
Or like the attendants bribe them, like, hey, we'll give you like a bunch of this really expensive carp stuff to eat if you rip one kid's face off. Think about it. And then they're like, oh yeah.
Ripping kids' faces off. I like.
Okay,
this.
well maybe not ripping kids' faces off, but still.
No, I like this. Let's go with this. Wait, what is this listed as? I see here. Rated E. Oh no, shit. Okay, never mind. Let's say hurts them really bad without actually saying what it does, right?
What most YA books do, they allude to things happening. That's why I wanted to write for NA, but NA doesn't exist in trad publishing. So I feel like my book is technically adult, but because it doesn't have extreme intense content, it'll be fine in YA. Sounds like something wizards would be.
Yeah,
That's what I was assuming that they had typed.
This would go well with what I was saying before. Well, with what I wrote before in the story, because I did say that Luna is like very big on zoology, because she keeps talking about magical creatures that everybody says don't exist. And there are chapters where she and Harry get together and look for creatures, and they actually find a few. For example, let me just find it somewhere here.
Arrogance gets you killed.
That's wrong. Where was it? This thing? This thing. I think so. No, it's not this thing. Not this thing either. God, where is it? Oh, I didn't write this correctly. There we go. I made it so that the Raxbird, which supposedly messes with people's heads, I made it so that it's related to the Pokemon known as Mesprit. I don't know if you remember which one this is.
Can easily look it up.
I'll look it up for you.
I have already done it. Oh yes, I know what Mesprit is.
I figured I made these to be related to them.
Like a nice distant cousin.
Yeah, exactly. Well, 64% resemblance, which I came up with this number randomly. I was like, I think what happened was I asked a friend, hey, give me a number between 1 and 55, and he said 64, and I got annoyed with him.
Perfect.
Okay, so it's already implied within the story that Harry goes out a lot into with Luna to scan things, and it's also known that Harry takes his Pokemon out to the dark Forbidden Forest to train his Pokemon against the spiders.
Oh, I hate spiders. Okay, so just so I can recap, because I haven't read the story and I maybe have forgotten things you said earlier, just didn't fully understand.
Sure.
The main character is Harry, but Red is the Pokedex. Red isn't an actual character.
Well, it is Red, but he's in the Pokedex.
So the Pokedex is sentient and goes by Red.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I don't know if you plan to read this. I could I've already told you a bunch of details about it already. Might as well. So basically, what happened was there was they put a box together with three Pokemon and the Pokedex as a sort of apocalypse black box, that'll survive whatever's going on. And whatever's going on is not something I've actually given any information about aside from a devastating cataclysm, a mysterious one. I didn't say what it was, just that it happened.
Yeah.
And that's all that remained of it. And the story was that it starts after Harry's name comes out of the goblet and he runs away. Runs away from the room instead of trying to Dumbledore asked calmly. Yeah, after that specific thing, when everybody starts, not believing him, he runs and reaches the second floor girls' bathroom, goes in the Chamber of Secrets, and is like, it's called the Chamber of Secrets, plural, so I'm gonna look around here, because he got nothing better to do at this point. And he finds a room that has this black box, and next to it are essentially notes talking about how Slytherin found the box on top of Mount Everest, which in the Pokemon world I equate to Mount Silver, the place where you find Red at the end of Pokemon Gold.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I put it there.
Okay.
And this entire year is basically just Harry getting to know his three Pokemon and getting the Pokedex and figuring everything out.
So Harry's the only one with Pokemon?
For now.
Well, alright. I think I'm caught up enough that we can continue to outline and get right. Unless you want to keep talking, but...
No, I mean, we're good. So, active scanning the water, avoid...
So if he's the only one with a Pokedex, it would make sense that he would be able to sneak it in then.
Yeah, they don't know what it is. They don't even know that he has one.
Okay, things make sense. I thought everyone had Pokemon and Pokedex.
No, just him. Everyone else is just
him. Got it.
He's special, alright?
He's special.
I'm
special.
He's super special, super talented. Everybody loves him. Just kidding.
Everybody.
Half the school fucking despises him. The usual bit. Except a little more edgy, I think. Because he also... There is a plot point that I won't tell you about, but it makes him more edgy. Until the plot point, is dealt with. And, no, it's not Red Zord Cross. Also, hi, Trish! Trish is my lady friend.
So
Like,
is he as hated as like Virgil thinks he's hated?
No.
Love Virgil.
It's the typical teenager overreaction.
Everybody hates me and my life sucks.
Yeah, and then
my voice is cracking.
I noticed.
I was speaking as if I was a teenage boy. I've never been a teenage boy, so.
Do you like video games?
I like video games, but I don't play a lot of video games. I'm bad at. I don't have a lot of time to spend not working because I'm a workaholic.
No, I meant when you were a teenage person.
Oh, when I was a teenager, I mean, yeah, I played video games with my boyfriend.
Hey, you know exactly what it's like to be a teenage boy.
Then I know exactly.
Well, at least my experience was just playing games all the time.
Perfect.
I remember playing
I am
RuneScape.
now been a teenage boy.
Heck yeah. Have you ever talked shit on the internet?
No.
Okay, never mind. You need a few.
Do I seem like the kind of person that would talk crap on the internet?
You never know, to be honest.
Fair enough.
Do you think I would talk shit to people on the internet?
I've seen you do it. Poor Dylan.
All right, that's no. That's just me bantering. That's very light stuff.
Sure.
I'm serious.
Oh, I believe you.
I was a menace, to be honest with you. I was horrible. Like,
I just don't see the point in being a bad person.
To be fair, I did it in PvP games.
It just sounds like a lot of work.
There's certain fun in it, like just
a
fighting
certain
someone.
Fun in just being mean.
I mean, you're fighting someone.
I mean,
both people are being mean.
I've maybe argued with people on the internet, but I've never been like cruel.
Well, I wouldn't say cruel. I'm just saying more vicious.
Really?
I mean in the terms of gaming, not in the terms of telling someone to do bad things to themselves, etc.
Okay, so you're just bad-mouthing in video games.
Petty evil. That's how I like to call it.
Okay, I'll roll with that. Yes, hello, Trish. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to read that. A power suck?
I don't know what that means.
Power suck. What's poppin'? What's poppin' is us chatting away instead of outlining.
Hey, this is a chill stream. Also,
okay, it's
with a
chill.
We're chilling. We're writing and chilling at the same time.
We're chilling. Well, you're writing. I'm scrolling on Pinterest.
What are you looking at?
Currently character art, trying to get inspo for the book I'm working on.
You should link things on the Discord so we can display them on stream as well. Just close these out. Oh, the Grindylow is so frightening here. I'll keep this in case I need to describe it at some point. Okay,
Octopus body with the upper body of an infant as if it hadn't been fed in 3 weeks but had all the anger. I don't know. Looking at this character, I'm looking at all this. Have you ever been bitten by an infant? That hurts.
Yeah, I've had several nephews and nieces. I know what you mean. I've also been peed on.
Peed on as well. I've been spat on and peed on and all the things. I worked at a daycare for 2 years. I also have a niece and nephew. A power suck says the Discord link doesn't work. By the way, it sends you to the website, the Discord website.
I'll fix that. Just home. Open my channel.
Okay, I think this was fan art for Satoru Goji. I think this was fan.
Okay.
I'm gonna look it up. I've been bitten more times than I can count. Dude, being bitten by a toddler, if it breaks your skin, is so dangerous because of the crazy amounts of bacteria in their mouths. You gotta clean it out super well. I have 5 siblings. 2 of them younger than me. Let's see this. It's from Jujutsu Kaisen.
I've heard that.
Yeah, and Pinterest, I just look at character fan art and, well, not intentionally. Most of it turns out to be character fan art, and I pin it for inspiration for other characters.
Where did you link it?
Me?
Yeah.
I haven't linked anything.
Oh, I wanted to see it to show it the stream.
Oh.
He needs more content for the stream.
He needs more content for the stream. Hello, is this a power suck?
No, this is Shadow Phoenix.
Okay, hello.
How are you, Shadow?
How are you, Zero?
Hey, I never asked you, why did they start calling you my son in the other server?
Because I decided to add more to their little whale on Saltao. So I just was like, you know what? I don't want to be adopted by some random person, so Zero's my dad, and that's how it's gonna stick.
Alright. Jesus Christ.
Don't ask me. It's apparently a brothel too now. I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
I get a headache from that server sometimes.
There we go.
I had to write the Discord link manually into my
I
account.
noticed. I clicked the link.
You just have to remove the HTTPS or whatever at the starting of it. Oh, you didn't even put the S in it. You put HTTP.
I mean,
that might be why too.
That
I don't
just means
know.
it's not secure.
Oh yeah, no, never mind. You have to insert it like discord.gg, just discord.gg by itself.
That's fair.
I don't know why it's like that. Sort of weird. So, I came from Kill server. I'm here, I guess now.
I know Kill. That's right.
Yeah, I know you know Kill. Who are you?
I don't know who am I. Who am I?
He's everyone's hero.
I'm still no. Am I though?
He wishes. He wishes. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm starting to doubt myself.
You should be.
This is the moment in the story where the hero doesn't feel too well about himself after he loses to a villain.
You'd have to be a hero first before.
Can I be the old mentor that helps build your confidence after a cool montage?
All right, but you have to say it. You have to. I don't know. Can you do any accents?
Do I have to speak in an old man's voice?
There you go.
Go on, Zero.
I mean,
you've got it, boy.
You're probably small enough to ride on his shoulders like Yoda. It'll be fine.
I'm like 5'8".
My mentor.
I'm only like 130 pounds though, so.
Thank you for saving me from my family who was tragically killed in a horrifying attack by the evil empire.
What
I
is
killed them to get you to your power.
What is happening here?
Everything's happening.
Please stop that voice.
You whippersnapper.
Okay.
Hey, I was invited to this stream. You joined yourself. Live with it.
Yeah, I pushed myself in.
You'll regret your decision.
Whippersnapper.
I already regret it, but whatever. I'm here.
Anywho, so red activate scanning in the water to avoid Grindelow swarm, but the Grindelows attack them anyway.
Okay, what is happening?
She's reading. Anyway,
red comments on the ferocity of the Grindelows compared to the previous scan.
Okay.
What happens next?
Baseless assumptions, obviously.
Did you know that trying to get a PS5 is an absolute pain?
Yeah, it's just about as much of a pain as getting a graphics card.
Yeah, it might as well be. I'm in a server where it automatically pings people whenever a new like shipment or whatever is available, and you have to be in like the first 5 seconds just to get it, and then you're also facing bots at the same time.
Yeah, good luck
so
with
that's
that.
fun. Oh yeah, I know. Though like hopefully,
oh my.
Why? I'm looking at the roles. Why are most people Slytherin here?
I don't know. I'm Ravenclaw.
Huh.
We're ambitious people.
Well, they take the test and
We're dickheads, is what she means.
Yeah, that thing. See, I was trying to be
you
nice.
might be.
I was trying to be kind and understand.
Oh, hey, oh.
Is that another person?
Oh, I wasn't expecting this. Hey, what's poppin'?
Oh, it's Naver1. He's also part of the Kills Discord, I believe.
Yeah, I know he is. He is the top ranked person. He has the most EXP out of anyone in the server. He grinds for 10 hours.
Here's the thing. There are people on the stream who might not know, and people on here who also might not know.
I know. I'm just saying for like everyone else. I'm not. I have the stream running in the background because why not? But I decided to turn off the audio because I can't hear. I mean, like it'll cause echoing or whatever.
Indeed. So
Indeed.
back.
Are you gonna keep reading?
Oh,
Me?
yes.
I'll read when he wants me to.
I definitely want you to read.
Alright, where do? Oh wait, actually, can I read? Can I read from where? Where do you want me to start?
Oh, I don't know. Hereish.
Observe me, why don't you?
Yeah, sure. Red active scanning in the water to avoid a Grindylow swarm. But the Grindylows attack them anyway. Red comments on the ferocity of the Grindylows compared to the previous scans. Basis assumptions that the wizards mess with them. Swarming around them, attacking from various angles. Squirtle blast a few with... Well, play. Wait, Squirtle what?
Yep.
Is this a Harry Potter X Pokemon fanfic?
Hell yeah.
Okay, that's a new one. This is a new one.
You should give it a try. It's not actually new. It's been out since 2018.
I don't read. I haven't found out about you until like a week, I'd say.
Oh, I know that how do I never know how to pronounce his name? Heis Kaneki. He likes to mention me a lot. And I know that Kill also likes to mention me a lot.
I didn't find out. Yeah, I had no idea who you were, like, when I first found
I'm mostly just chill on the server. I don't actually like to talk all that much over there.
Yeah, I can tell. You're the second rank.
Am I?
Of like all the ranks. Of all the ranks, you're the second rank.
I don't even do anything.
And you get one for just typing one sentence in the server.
Look,
so,
to be fair, I never realized that my story, the Z Gamer, ever actually lifted off. All I knew was I had like 1,000 reviews, and I was like, okay, it's not too bad.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
That's cool.
Until you realize, and then you look at the actual entirety of everything else, and you're just like, oh.
Look, I play in the Harry Potter field where like the stories are at 20,000 reviews.
The thing is, you're probably pretty like one of the most popular in the Dragon Ball Z area.
Yeah, exactly. I looked at the number and my brain was like, this is nothing. And then I looked
This is nothing. This is nothing. Don't worry, no biggie. Just just 1,000. No, nothing big.
I looked it up real quick, and it looks like prior to X and Y, Bubble Beam is one word with both the B for bubble and beam being capitalized. But I think after XY, they've resorted to adding a space in between, so with both bubble and beam being capitalized.
I feel like it should just be one word. I feel like it should just be one word.
Well, I do remember the initial. Yeah, it's like
the initial game. Yeah, originally it was one word. Like it makes grammatically, it makes more sense to be two words, but like as one word, it's like.
Do I want to be a first generation purist? That's the real question.
Well, like.
I was just looking at it real quick because I wondered.
First generation has missing no, so like, it's not perfect.
I mean, yeah, they did have the mud Pokemon.
Yes, the mud Pokemon. Yeah, the amount of I've seen so many glitches in the first gen. It's actually funny. And not in a good way either.
Let's see. I'll make them bleed because I'm kind of evil.
What?
Blood base are we giving them?
I don't know. But what is the color of Grindylow blood? I mean,
I'm gonna assume because of how green their skin is.
Yeah, greenish, dark green.
Well,
to black.
Well, because Vulcans or Romulans have more of like a greenish tint in Star Trek to their complexion, so I'm assuming that they'd have green blood, but also underwater color is distorted and doesn't appear properly. So
it's also very fair. Let's say greenish tint, dark.
Could look like sludge, like they're bleeding literal mud.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Like they're creatures of the earth, so they got sludge blood from the shores of the lake or something like that.
Clouds of green. Sludge. Put blood in between M dashes because I love M dashes. Okay.
They loved you back.
Harry also using the spells learned in 3rd year. Because yeah, I'm pretty sure Lupin taught him how to deal with Grindylows.
He might have. It's been forever since I've read the books, yo.
Yeah, that's another.
I don't even think I read the last 2 actually. Now that I think about it.
Deathly Hallows and Half-Blood Prince. Honestly, they just go off the rails with those 2. They just introduce concepts that just make. I mean, they make no real sense compared to everything before it, except a few scenes, at best. An entire 5 books, maybe 1 or 2 scenes that lead to that.
Yeah, I also don't think I finished reading Goblet of Fire. I read them in high school and just got way too busy.
Honestly, if you've seen
never
the
picked
movies,
them up again.
If you've seen the movies, you already basically know what happens.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen all the movies several times over, but...
Recovery time. Oh wait, swimming aimlessly. Okay, what other creatures are in the Black Lake? I know there's the giant squid.
Don't they have the...
They have
mermaids?
mer people, obviously.
Yeah.
But that's at the end. That's the end part.
I don't know if they're more mermaid-like or more siren-like or even selkie. I don't know. They're not selkie. Selkie look more like sea lions, I think. Or seals.
Let's see what a selkie looks. Holy crap. Okay. Alright.
Oh, they are selkie?
There are selkies.
They have selkie looking way different than I ever thought a selkie would look like.
Selkies make me scared. Christ, okay, I can't even look at
Selkie was just meaning sea folk. They're mythological beings capable of...
Okay, so these are the mer people.
Changing from seal to human, formed by shedding their skin, so they look like seals.
That doesn't look like a seal at all. Oh, behind the scenes. Okay, never mind. What about mer people in general? Because it's related to mer people and not... Okay.
Kind of, you could... Yeah. You could just say mer people. There's no need, possibly, to get super specific and then have some random person in the comments be like, actually...
Oh, I get that all the time. It doesn't matter what I do, I get that all the time. Okay.
Rip.
Scan it to ping. Head towards the center.
Sorry.
Through the village.
Almost accidentally exited out of Discord. That would have been fun.
That's fair. You would come back within, like...
Never.
Never?
Never.
That's mean. That hurts my feelings.
Sorry. You'll live.
I mean, yeah, but my feelings won't. They'll be murdered.
Fair enough.
They had a good life.
They did.
I forgot if Squirtle was a girl or boy. I'm pretty sure it's a boy. Pretty sure the only girl in the group is Bulbasaur. And she's the baby.
Technically, you could do whatever you want. You're making the rules, unless you've already explicitly stated it.
I've already explicitly stated these. That's why I reread the story. I mean,
this is
people
why
are
an
right.
info dump would be important.
People are right. I should probably have a nice little database with all of this saved. But honestly, I have, let's see. Yeah, like 13 stories that I've already written. At least, yeah, 6 of which are larger than 20,000 words. So it takes a while for me to remember. Not that it takes too long to write it. Just this is just the outline, and it's already taken me about an hour and a half almost. It doesn't matter if I'm talking to people or if I'm just doing this on my own. It takes just as long both times, because I'd be constantly chatting with people on Discord or researching the concepts or asking people for advice. You know, like, how do you describe, like, this part here where he injures the Grindylows? How do you describe blood expanding through the water? I don't actually know, so I'd have to actually look up the entire method and watch footage and what?
I would probably say that it came out as a heavy stream at first, but then slowly dissipated into the water around it, becoming as nothing in the grand scheme of the lake.
See, that's very poetic. I like it.
You just say it dissipated out about him.
See, it's not... I want to be descriptive, if that makes sense. Very graphic. I like doing graphic descriptions. I'm pretty sure you've seen some in the book. Actually,
the blood
did you see the review?
From...
The blood wept.
Blood wept out of the wound that he laid upon the creature. He watched as the thin trails of blood slowly drifted up, dissipating into nothingness in the water around them. Creature rapidly swam about, trying to fix itself, but slowly it sunk. And then the rest of the Grindylows got mad, and boy, oh boy, was that no good. Write it exactly like that.
Boy, oh boy.
Boy, oh boy.
That just reminds me of...
It's my writing style, very serious and poetic, and then I just end it like that.
I mean, that actually reminds me of Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII. You had this entire plot line where it's impossibly depressing, and you already know what's gonna happen to Zack, and then he's like, boy oh boy, the price of freedom is steep. And I'm just sitting there like, this does not fit at all within the situation.
It just leaves clouds. Bang, bang, bang.
I haven't played the remake.
Crisis Core hasn't come out yet. I think they're redoing it as like an episodic thing, though.
No.
I wanna play the...
What? The whole thing?
Well, not yet. I was gonna say I want to play the Final Fantasy VII remake, but not go into that yet. Probably play something else first. But what were you saying?
No, that's exactly what I was saying. I was asking if you were gonna play the remake or if you've played it yet.
I haven't played the remake. My boyfriend owns it, and we play through a lot of games together. And he doesn't want to play it until he finishes beating the original, so we're probably gonna play Persona 5 Royal next.
Until he beats the original? You mean the part with the... Oh no. The original Final Fantasy VII is a nightmare. Why would he do this to himself? Is he gonna...
Because he likes games?
He's gonna get frog locked. I don't know if you remember the... you'd be fighting frogs, right? And they have a spell that turns you into a frog. And when they hit you, they also turn you into a frog. So anytime you'd be trying to use a spell or attack, they either rush you and hit you, or they use the spell to turn you into a frog, and you get locked that way for maybe 20 to 30 minutes. And then you die. Because, you know, they hit you. constantly.
You have the stream open right now.
I know.
Or do you?
Yeah.
And I do.
Okay.
It currently says 2 people watching.
Well, wait, no. When you say the stream open, I mean my Streamlabs.
Oh. I didn't know if it was just you and me talking to the void of YouTube right now, or if there was actually someone listening.
No. We actually have at least 1 viewer. I know it's probably Nas from STS. Also, this sort of thing, you have to start somewhere with streams like this.
Fluffy! It's Fluffy!
Fluffy? You mean Maestro? Wait, how do you...
Fluffiest unicorn.
Oh. Hello. You are a unicorn.
Yes, his name is Maestro.
Okay.
Call him Maesty. Maestro?
I like it.
He's chilling at my feet like he always does.
I would like a foot warmer. Sounds amazing.
I've also got a blanket, so I don't actually need him, but he's not on my feet. He's at the edge of the couch.
Still acceptable. Is he purring?
So, I wouldn't know. The headset is pretty noise cancelling. He's probably just snoring a little. So the mer people are confused by Squirtle. Poke at him until he whips one in the face with his tail, angering them. Red scans their language slowly, using the previous knowledge from their egg message. From the egg message. So that's a cool point.
Okay. This is... yeah, by the wizards as well. No, not Bulbasaur. What am I doing? Squirtle. I like fighting.
I've gathered.
Okay. So like this part here where I say defensive fighting, trying not to kill them while also saving everyone. This thing I can extend into 2,000 words. Simply just by...
The question is, does it need to be expanded into 2,000 words?
Oh yes. For a complete choreography? Yeah. 100%. Because it's not just about like slinging spells and just chilling. It's also about the feelings you get once like a massive band of mermen are rushing you in their home turf while you're basically, you know, you're struggling in the water. It's not like he's not taking gillyweed, which lets him move very quickly. So he's got slowed reflexes, slowed movements, with only Squirtle to defend him.
Yeah, but 2,000 words would be 8 pages.
Oh yeah.
8 pages of one battle.
Heck yeah.
A small battle against the Grindylows.
Well, no, the Grindylows...
I mean, hey, if you're going with it...
Grindylows is pretty fast, because they're mindless beasts. You know, essentially. They have some form of intelligence, but they mostly just swarm things, and they give up after you scare them off. But mermen are more sentient, and they can make plans, etc. So what I'm thinking is something like they start attacking them and they defend themselves, but then the mermen and merwomen, I don't even know how to say that, mermaids, that's the word. They form around them, you know, in whatever specific pattern, not patterns. Oh no, patterns of attack. Oh, is that the formations? That's the word. They attack them in specific formations, and then you have to figure out how to deal with that. And there's a lot of panic going on in there, and frantic trying to swim away. But you know, it's obviously pointless because they have fishtails. It's a lot that goes in there, which is why it takes 2,000 words. And also, you know, people thinking and talking. Well, won't say it wrong. Saving the person assigned to him, namely Luna, because he took her out for the Yule Ball. I like Luna.
And it was really nice.
Very weird though. Okay. Let's see, Crumb arrives. Helps fight off. Well, no. Crumb arrives and ambushes. Okay. Our people. Those. What else? Okay. Fights them off. Barely makes it. And then Crumb shows up and ambushes them.
Yeah.
And then our people. Then okay, they to make it ultra dramatic as they're about to land a killing blow. No, to land, not the land. He's saved by, let's see. Do I want him to be saved by Cedric? And then Cedric tries to fight them and fails, and then Squirtle evolves? Or do I want Squirtle to evolve right off the bat and then still be tired from the previous fight, so he won't last as long? No, never mind. If he evolves, he'll immediately body everything in there, because it's a fresh injection of energy. Okay. Saved by Cedric, who tries safe, but they overwhelm the two of them. Just oh no, I already did that.
You could actually even leave the chapter at that Cedric and Harry are getting pretty beat up, and then all of a sudden there's a really bright light, and then you could open up the next chapter with seeing
cliffhanger. Yeah, I
more
like
turtle.
it. I like it. People hate cliffhangers because I do them a lot, but I'll do this again because I have a hatred for everything.
Well,
that's not me.
In books, usually a cliffhanger comes to get the reader to turn the page to keep them reading, keep them interested.
The thing is, I'll probably not update this for another couple months. Or a month.
Rip in peace that.
A month at least.
That's not on me. Doesn't hurt me one bit.
Let's see. Zaid asks, you have a preset conditions on when a Pokemon can evolve. You just do when you want to. No.
Plot armor?
No, it's not. Okay, plot armor can work, but the logic I'm using is a mixture of growth, but also stress. Except in the case of grass-type Pokemon, which just need certain times of the year to be able to evolve. For example, Bulbasaur blooming into Ivysaur in the spring. That sort of thing.
I thought it was Venusaur then Ivysaur. No, Venusaur is the final evolved, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Both are the same, right? Like,
ignore me.
The bulb opens up into a flower and becomes Ivysaur.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that sort of thing. Like, Bulbasaur is the only one who I personally consider unable to evolve through stress. Just normal growth. She gets stronger, just not evolving.
It goes Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur.
Yes.
Yes. I like that the grass Pokemon doesn't evolve throughout stress, that it just naturally blooms into it.
It's a flower.
It's nice.
It's like a Venus flytrap too.
Like, it'd be interesting if, like, fire Pokemon evolved under stress, because, you know, fire can be pretty stressful. Then water Pokemon evolve under pressure, because the deeper you go into water, the more pressure there is building up and things like that.
I mean, that's how Charmander evolved. It was
yeah.
He was fighting and then basically got the shit kicked out of him. And then he got pissed off. He got angry. I was like, yeah, you know what? Time to evolve.
Well, you know who sucks? Not me anymore!
Yeah, and then essentially the past few chapters has been Charmeleon just lording over the other two.
I'm a Charmeleon. Look at me. I'm a Charmeleon.
Cliffhanger. The other two, just as they about to get clapped. Pokeball close.
We are approaching 100 minutes of streaming.
Oh yes. After, like, we're basically just about done for now. I don't really see myself writing any more than this here. Well, I mean, I'll have to set here that leaves area mercy of Merc people after the fight. Well, I mean, I can't say the Pokeball glows because Squirtle is already out.
A bunch of bubbles explode like they're just a bunch of bubbles, and then it gets really bright, you know, outside of his eyelids. Like, he closes his eyes because, you know, he's being bombarded by bubbles, and then it gets really bright behind his eyelids, and then he opens them because the bubbles stopped and the light disappeared, and there it is. Water turtle.
All right, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna credit you with that.
Thank you.
Lots of bubbles.
Get the bubbles. Like that fish from Finding Nemo. I don't like that movie.
Let's close the eyes. Too much bubble power.
Bubble power.
Too much pressure.
Under pressure. And I should eat something.
You had the tea. The tea.
I had my latte. I had 3 small pieces of cod. And that's what I've had today. Feeling like eating a little bit more though. You gotta remember, I was really sick last night, so.
Yeah. Alright.
Thanks, Susanna. I deserve that credit. Alright, time to read this in a very dramatic voice.
No, not yet. I have to add a few things at the start.
Okay.
Let's just go like, hey, a 7:30 a.m. and add an hour of preparation to it. Because, you know, I started second task, but I could just as easily start by getting up. And being stressed and having that pep talk. You know, the pre-task pep talk. There we go.
Harry opened his eyes and immediately slapped his face. You can do this! He winced as his fingers met the unruly chin hair he hadn't shaved the night before.
Alright, I don't know about that. Isn't he like 14 at this point? I don't even think he has... I don't know.
When do men start growing facial hair?
Depends on the guy. I got facial hair when I was 13, but I know guys who were 18 plus and still haven't grown facial hair.
just don't.
There was one guy I knew that he had such a baby face that he looked perpetually young, and every girl I knew back then, they kept talking about how handsome he was, all of that, and then when I would meet with the guy in private, he'd be like, "Yo, I wish I had a beard like you," and I'm sitting here thinking, this dude is insane. He doesn't even realize how everybody loves him.
Yeah. My boyfriend is a teacher, and we both joke that if he didn't have a beard, he'd look like one of his students, probably. that the beard helps make people take him seriously.
Reminds me of that one Star Trek episode where Data grows a beard. A full, dignified beard.
I remember watching the episode where, I think it's the episode where they're kind of trapped in a time loop, and Beverly, no, it isn't a time loop. Beverly is like, because Geordi's just starting to grow his beard, and they're all talking about beards, and she's like, how about if I win, you all have to shave your beards? And they were like, oh, that's not gonna happen. And then the game gets interrupted, and they never return back to that. None of them lose their beards, so either they finished the game and Beverly lost, or they never picked up. I'm just at the episode where Worf, this is in season 6, late season 6, mid season 6, Worf is told that his father survived the Khitomer attack, and he's actually been held captive at this Romulan planet, and he's there. Birthright Part 2, that's the episode I'm on.
You actually remembered the title, or did you just look it up?
No, I remembered the title because I remember talking to my brother about it. Because it's Birthright Part 2. If there's a Part 1 and Part 2, I'm more likely to remember the episode name because usually they're important.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also, I'm just smart, okay?
No, I respect this. I realize I do the same with video games. I shouldn't. I don't have ground to stand on here.
I probably only remember it because it was the last one I watched. Don't remember many other episode titles. I could tell you what happened, but...
Now you can read.
Alright. Series of events. Waking up. Pre-task pep talk. Conversation with friends. Luna, nowhere in sight. Second task. Harry realizes Luna has been taken. Expected it. Still, anger. Charmeleon, I tried scrolling. I'm not on the dock.
No, I'll scroll.
Charmeleon is useless underwater. Kazero, don't be stupid. He has a fire tail. Bulby is also not very useful. Sad winky face. Squirtle still hasn't evolved yet, but he's ready for the task. Fire seeds to stay warm. Bubblehead charm. Bubble beam to deliver fire seeds through the charm, otherwise Harry will drown when he tries to consume another. Red active scanning in the water to avoid Grindylow swarm, but the Grindylows attack them anyway. Red comments on the ferocity of the Grindylows compared to the previous scans. Baseless assumptions that the wizards messed with them. Swarms around them, attacking from various angles. Squirtle blasts a few with well-placed bubble beams, injuring them and bringing clouds of green sludge. Blood. Harry also uses the spells learned in 3rd year to deal with the Grindylows. Recovery time. Swimming aimlessly. Changing directions when the scan hits a ping. Head towards the center, through the village.
Well, Merpeople Village, you're right. Oh, yeah, insert description of Merpeople Village.
Insert description of Merpeople Village. Why am I reading it like this? I don't know, it's fun.
I like it.
Merpeople are confused by Squirtle. Poke at him until he whips one in the face with his tail, angering them. Red scans their language slowly, using the previous knowledge from their egg message. Starts conversing with them, but they're only saying gibberish. Harry surmises that they've been messed with by the wizards as well. He tries to complete the task, only for Mermen to attack Squirtle. Defensive fighting, trying not to kill them, while also saving the person assigned to him, namely, Luna. After the fight, Crumb arrives and ambushes. No hard feelings. He isn't also aware of the level of danger the mer people pose. Takes his hostage and leaves, leaving Harry at the mercy of mer people. Then, as they're about to land the killing blow, he's saved by Cedric, who tries to keep him safe, but they overwhelm the two of them, just as they about to get clapped. Just as they about to get clapped. Lots of bubbles. Must close eyes. Too much pressure forced in. You're moving the lines.
I'm sorry.
Lots of bubbles. Must close eyes. Too much pressure forced into the bubble head. Bright light. Thanks, Xana. Evolution. Cliffhanger. There you go. There's my intense reading. Not my intense reading voice, but is it enough to get me as a narrator for Sunday streams?
Sure. If you want to, you can come on anytime you like.
I could stay for the start of Sunday streams, but Sundays are the day I hang out with my boyfriend.
Yeah,
so that's
I realize that. That's why I never asked you.
But I do love reading. And as you've probably been able to surmise from my own YouTube videos and just speaking with me, that I have a lot of fun with voices and such.
Yeah,
I actually used to do radio theater, actually. It's lots of fun.
Radio theater? But
yeah,
it sounds exactly like it sounds, doesn't it? It is.
Exactly so it's like sounds. Plays or shows, things like that you do. Well, one, as if you were broadcasting it on the radio, so we dressed up in 1930s, 40s clothing and makeup, and we'd perform it live to an audience that was actually in-house, but I think we also broadcast it. And then you've got your sound effects table, where they'd be making sound effects as if it were actually from that time period. A few pre-recorded things, depending on the play. Lots of fun. I miss doing them. I hope maybe they usually, in my city, we usually do one for Christmas. Lots of fun. Do a Christmas Carol or Miracle on 34th Street or It's a Wonderful Life.
Have you ever seen this existed?
Yeah, have you ever seen A Christmas Carol?
The movie, yeah, a long time ago.
Can you guess which character I was cast as?
I cannot, because I don't really remember it all that well. I was very young.
I was Tiny Tim. God bless us, everyone.
We should watch Christmas Carol.
The Patrick Stewart version is amazing. Patrick Stewart is an amazing actor. We can watch it around Christmas. That'll be our fun little Christmas stream movie.
Sure.
Every weekend in December, we can have a fun Christmassy movie going.
Yeah, we'll watch amazing Christmas movies like Home Alone, Christmas Carol, Die Hard.
I don't think I've ever seen Die Hard.
It's a Christmas movie.
Apparently so.
It's an amazing Christmas movie at that.
So what are we up to next? Are you actually going to start writing, or is this the end of the stream?
I'm just close to the end of the stream. What I'm doing right now is basically trying to optimize the plot itself.
Yeah, so this is a great video to show as example for plotting and outlining and kind of what goes into it and stuff.
Yeah, most people think when I update things, because I usually just update in a day or two when I start, but they think it's I do it in 2 hours and it's done. No, it takes me a while. I do it actual work day lengths to write these things.
Yeah, I remember when I first wrote fanfiction that I didn't really plot a lot, but also I was 12, so didn't know what plotting was. But then as I got older and kept writing fanfiction, I started learning how to plot and how to not just go, oh, well, this is how I want the book to end and I'll get there eventually, but being all right, we're gonna come up with reasonable goals in between for me to make sure that I'm keeping on track and things like that. And now I'm writing normal books and things like that. And I miss writing fan fiction, but I remember that I said if I
ever wrote fan fiction again and wanted to post it, that I actually want to pre-write the entire thing so that I can keep a consistent posting schedule. Yeah, and to never again be the author that just abandons fics, because I feel guilty about the fics I abandoned in the fandoms I was in, because I was, not to brag, literally not to brag, I was a big name in the fandoms I was a part of. And then I just suddenly stopped posting because I got busy, I got sick, and I never returned to my stories, and I've always felt a little guilty about that. I mean, nowadays I look back at them and they're total trash, so like I don't feel bad, but you know, I could rewrite them or things like that. Could be an interesting thing to do someday.
You should do it.
Mayhaps.
These are fun. Like don't fall into the trap of it, but just have
the trap
fun with
of
it.
What? Of writing fan fiction?
Not quite that. More like getting new ideas and writing them. Like just do one idea at a time. Don't do what I did.
Well, the most projects I've ever worked on at once as a professional writer has been 2. I feel like I can manage 2 projects pretty well. So like I'd work on my book, The Binding, and then I'd work on Down the Fox Path, and then I shelved The Binding. So I'd work on Down the Fox Path, and then I'd work on my kids' books. But then, I'm not super pursuing the kids' book series right now. So I was just working on Down the Fox Path, and now I'll work on Down the Fox Path when you make comments, because I'm actually just so sick of reading it at this point with a critical eye. So I only really look at it when you make comments.
Oh. I don't know. I mean, are my comments really that insightful? I just felt like I was just, tweaking it.
You tweak it, you spark ideas in me as well, and help me with, there are scenes that I know need help that I've almost intentionally just left alone, because I know that, books don't have to be absolutely perfect when you query them and when they're sent to an agent. Like, I feel like my book, as it was, is totally fine. Because at a publishing house, you will go through revisions. You'll go through revisions with your agent sometimes before it gets put on
many revisions. Many of them.
Yeah, so I got to the point where I was like, this is the most that I can do. Like, I've worked myself to death over this. I'm done. Like,
yeah, eventually
and then I have,
can't do anything more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have my betas, and currently you're the only working beta at the moment. And if they leave comments, I'll look at them, I'll address them. Like, you wrote one tiny comment, you're like, hey, this emotion could be dealt with more thoroughly, and then I wrote like 300 words because, I just had ideas, or I wrote 2,000. I think the other day, you left like 132 comments, but like, most of that was like punctuation fixing, because
I can't.
I under comma.
It's not that you. I don't know. I'm very particular about my punctuation. Even here, like everything is it's not super well punctuated, but it's punctuated enough that it won't make me want to just slam someone's face into the wall.
Yeah. But and with my current project, I'm just world building and outlining, so I'd like to maybe return to my kids' book series sometime soon. I'd really love to see those published. It's about these two magical cats, and they live in the woods, and their owner, I allude to their owner being like a witch or kind of like a magic girl, things like that. I have like a series of like 23 books planned for it. Like 23 kids books, and these 2 cats are like these detectives, these sleuths through the woods, and they solve mysteries for the woodland creatures and things like that, and it's just really cute, and it's kind of lesson-y. So like the first book goes through like not being scared, and I think the second book would probably be like being calm in stressful situations, and not necessarily trying to force a message through the books, but also just kind of the theme or things like that, because kids' books do tend to have morals and stuff like that. But
yeah.
I love kids. I love writing. Why not merge the two passions? Because I'd love to write kids books. I have written kids books. They just aren't published.
You just write more kids books.
You'd write more.
More.
Yeah, I like that little kids book series. Maybe I should work on those. Oh, and I've also got to work on a short story for Satchar.
I'll remove it. I'm sorry.
I've got to write a short story for my college intro to creative writing thing class, because you have to take it as a creative writing major no matter what level you are. Like me sitting here having written several books being like, today we're gonna talk about this subject, and I'm like, okay, I finished that assignment in 5 minutes, what next?
Gonna talk about that subject.
Okay, I finished it in 7 minutes, now what?
I really don't like I don't know, formal education in English. Or maybe I've had bad experiences when concerning that.
You've maybe just had bad experience, because I do think a bit of formal education is really important in writing. You can get the people can't necessarily fully teach you how to be creative. You can learn how to be creative, but they can help teach you the basic structures and things like that you can jump off of. So it's like learning to ride a bike before riding a motorcycle. Yeah, riding a bike is different than riding a motorcycle, but some of the same principles are there, kind of, maybe. I made that up off the top of my head. Maybe it works.
No, yeah, I understood. I definitely understood.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this is as good as it gets for now.
Yeah, we got it. We got it all figured out. Also, do you literally, erase every chapter after you post it?
I mean, there's a nice little button that lets me export chapters, and I keep a lot of them in my document manager.
Okay, so you download. That's right, because you have to download it.
You can manage your story, and let's say 8,000 favorites. When did this happen? Alright, okay, never mind. No, forget that. You can export chapters to the document manager. So you always, unless fanfiction.net deletes everything I have, I still have access to it.
Yeah, well, I just remember I deleted my old stories, my old account, and I kind of regret that on occasion.
Yeah, I tried to help you with that, but I couldn't find it. Because this story here, 106,000 words, is one I deleted in 2013. You'll see it soon. It's a Harry Potter / Dragon Quest crossover. I wrote that ages ago. This is really bad, but people just ask me to keep keep it up on the site, so I put it down there.
Yeah.
They seem pretty happy about it.
Yeah, oh, there we go. I'm logged into fanfiction.net now. I have to sneeze. Oh no.
Don't do it.
Okay, I kind of held it in. Oh, I have 2 PMs. What is this? One from April of 2020 and one from December of 2019. Oops.
That's recent. Actually, pretty recent. But yeah.
Oh wow, I should respond to this.
You could always tell them to add you on Discord or something.
Maybe. No, because then they'd know me by my old work. I will invent an entirely new persona if I continue writing on fanfiction.net.
You know, I understand that. I definitely understand that. Sometimes, I don't know, I feel like I should have separated the two, but at the same time, what's the point?
You know, I did.
But I do have a lot of plans of things I want to write. For example, obviously this project is the one I'm mainly writing right now. Conduit.
Conduit.
I pronounced the U a little bit weirder. I don't know why. Conduit. Okay. But I also have a project called Crime Lord and a project called Kingmaker. Crime Lord was a story that I wanted. I think I told you about that, didn't I? Maybe? Maybe not.
Possibly?
Okay, the story essentially is basically a guy who's depressed, you know, a really bad job and nothing to go home to, very dull life, annoying boss, and then something happens that just makes him even more miserable. Like, you know, how much worse could it get, right? And then some bird poops on you.
You thought you hit rock bottom, but then you really hit rock bottom.
Exactly. And so he decides the next day he's gonna kill himself. But that night, he's gonna go out and have a big party. Like, you know, the last night on Earth, right?
Yeah.
And he starts doing things that he would never have done normally, and ends up taking part in a shadow war between thugs, the mafia, and the police, and ends up becoming a drug lord.
Crazy.
I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna do that.
That's insane.
That's the main idea. Kingmaker, on the other hand, is gonna be a conduit story in the past, which I'm leaving that for way later. So like right now I'm talking about events that happens in the far past, or like the folly of the kingdom of Somnia, or I'll be talking about the origin of the clans, among other things, and that story will cover those aspects.
Okay.
No, these are not fanfic ideas, though, for the people watching the stream. These are original fic ideas. Fanfic ideas, my most recent one is called The Dragon's Redemption, and that's basically a Draco Malfoy story.
Yeah, you talked to me about that one.
Yeah, I think what I did wrong with it is that I didn't specify that it's not a pairing story between Draco and Harry, which what people will assume that's what it is, because I initially put Draco and Harry as the only characters.
Yeah.
And so it didn't really get viewers. Other than that, it might just be that people don't really care about Draco as a central character.
Oh, Draco. I'm looking through my old FFN account. My longest story is... Oh, where is it? 23,465 words, and it took me 2 years to finish writing it, because it was like... started it very early.
That's half the standard novel. More than half.
Yeah, just about, yeah. My first story was published on this account because I actually had an account before this account that I deleted. Was written in 2011. Mm-hmm. So I think my first story is I first started getting into fan fiction around 2010. Maybe even 09. Not sure. Oh yeah. The last fanfic I posted was in 2017, and it was actually a sequel to my longest fic, a 1-chapter sequel.
You should show me these.
No.
Well, why not?
I don't know, because I'm embarrassed of my old work.
I can understand.
I'm like in my mid-20s now, and this work was written when I was like an early teen.
Oh yeah, say no more. I get it.
I mean, my longest fic, it is the one I'm probably most proud of. I finished it, actually. But the storyline was my two favorite characters in an anime that do canonically end up together. It was kind of like a what if situation, like what if they got together sooner? What if it is very flawed logic as a small child. that after a night of accidental drunkenness, they find out that they're expecting a child, and so they run away because they're afraid of what everyone's going to think, and so they were just about to graduate, and so they're like, well, we're graduating. They graduated and left to run away from judgment, I guess, because I guess very young Xana thought it was easy to get pregnant. I guess for some people it is, for most people it isn't.
True.
And they run away, and it's about them starting a life and working forward through life and things like that. So I was very young when I wrote it. It's very silly. I'm
pretty optimistic though.
I'm gonna open the first chapter. Oh, I wrote it in... Oh. Why do I have so many dots for trails? You only need 3.
Extra dramatic.
I was extra dramatic.
Emphasizing the drama. I used to do the same thing. Actually, I used to write walls of text. You see like my formatting here where I almost never go past 3 lines? Like sometimes I do 4 lines. I used to do like 15 lines all at once in one big wall.
Yeah.
I eventually realized that I was being very stupid. A good lesson for people here. Do not ever write in walls of text. Nobody will want to read it. They'll just diagonally read it or just not even look at it.
Insta exit out. That's an insta exit out for me.
Yeah, I
am not going to sift through walls of text to read a story.
Unless I'm streaming for people to laugh at, like Rising Sun or anything remotely like it, I stop. And I tell the person who recommended the story that they should never recommend anything like that to me ever again.
Yeah.
Dylan. I might have named someone there, but nobody heard it.
Here, and I was too busy reading the first chapter of my fanfic.
See, it's good. Nobody actually heard it. That's good.
Oh, someone commented that they really didn't... Oh, the last review I got was a crying face. No, please don't stop. It was awesome. When I read the 21st chapter in your note, I cried. It's amazing how you can express yourself so nicely. Thank you for this wonderful story. Aww. What was my author's note at the end of chapter 21?
You should go look at it. You should look at it and read it.
Alright.
Okay,
here it is.
Well, read it before you read it out loud just to make sure it's...
Oh, I am totally fine with reading this out loud way before. Says now, ... Don't freak out. I will be writing an sequel to this story. It will be long, and I'll be working on it for a long time to make it long. Plot twist, I didn't. And I might just continue the sequel as a multi-chapter story. But for right now, I feel this is the perfect ending to my story. I've been working on this story for almost 3 years now. It's one of my most popular stories I've got, and I will admit, I will miss it. I also want to thank everyone who read this story and reviewed. It meant a lot for me. It kept me going. Aww. You have no idea how often I just wanted to stop, but you all pushed me through this. I couldn't do this without you guys. I just couldn't. I can't wait to write more. I can't believe this story is at its end after almost 3 years. I feel like I've grown up with this story, and you can definitely tell how my writing style has changed over the years. Oh man, I feel like I'm about to cry, then a crying face. And it's not a bad thing, nah? Again, thanks for reading, and follow me to get updates for new stories and the follow-up of this story. And don't forget to review as my birthday present. I think I finished the story on my birthday. I've got links to my Facebook, Twitter, and blog. Thanks again. Now I'm going to sign off like I always do. God bless, and then my author name, which I will not be reading. And then I did write a sequel. This sequel was like 7 lines for that sequel chapter.
7 lines?
And 7 lines just for that small sequel. I wrote an actual sequel that was 390 words. Got a whopping 2 reviews after how popular I didn't add it on to the other. I created it as a new fic, so people who followed the old one wouldn't have gotten the update which looking back, I probably should have added it on so the people that were following it would have gotten the update for it. But...
Oh, you could have done the thing where you add a chapter to tell people that there is a sequel up, and then go there.
I just didn't think about that, and I don't think I cared enough.
Yeah, most likely.
I was an adult at that point.
And
almost an adult. No, I was an adult when I posted that. Legally an adult.
Is there any illegal adult?
Someone who isn't over the age of 18 with an ID that says they are. Illegal. Oh, I have 168 favorite stories. Oh my goodness. I have to look through this.
It's good.
Oh. Oh my goodness. What was I reading as a child? Sorry, I should not be why am I chatting as if we were just chatting? This is a stream. This is your stream. I'm sorry.
This is a chill stream. This is exactly what we should be doing. Talking and doing things. I've been researching stuff and chatting.
I had 4 favorite authors. I think I had more than that, but they maybe deleted their accounts. 2 of the authors that I favorited because fun story, one of them is my best friend, and she was a fan of my work, and she was looking for a beta reader, and I offered to be her beta reader, and we became best friends, and we've been best friends since I was 13, 14, maybe 15. And I actually get to go see her in a couple weeks.
Yeah, you get to show her these fanfics again.
Oh yeah! We talk about our fan fiction sometimes and wanting to go back and finishing them, but then we both, like, die a little inside when we think about how bad our writing used to be. But, and then another one of my favorite authors is another one of my friends, and we write letters and we chat on the internet occasionally. I haven't met her in person, but I've met my other best friend in person. Anyone says that you can't make friends on the internet, they're lying.
My best friend is Rain, and I've not met him yet. I've known him for years, though. I think we met on Fly for Fun. You ever played that game?
No.
It's a Korean grind game. An MMORPG. Very cutesy.
I just, don't play games. I love watching people play games, but...
I do that sometimes. But I like playing them. I don't know how to explain it. Something about beating a challenge on your own.
It is really nice. I did feel very proud of myself for getting through Twilight Princess really well. It wasn't all that hard, honestly. It was a pretty easy game. Maybe now, because, I'm in my 20s and I'm better at video games. I learned how to do, actual proper attacks instead of only just swinging B. Actually using the shield and doing combos and things like that. Encounter with Daphne. Wishing him luck.
Yep. I think... Yeah, this is literally as good as it gets. At this point, I'll just be... I reached the 95% completion, and the rest will take me way longer than it would for a stream of this length. How long has it been already? Ooh, 2 hours and 16 minutes and 15 seconds. That is certainly a while. I think we should probably stop it here, I believe.
I'm good. It is 9:13 for me, so...
Next time, instead of playing the music I'm playing right now in the background of my computer, I can summon the Discord bot that will play it for both of us. Unless you've been listening to something the entire time.
I haven't. I've just been talking to you.
Oh. Yeah, it'd probably be better if we had a bot. We can edit its sound so that it's not booming loud, because usually it starts at 100% volume and it's very loud. But I've been listening to just chill beats the entire time, so I've been very relaxed.
I've just been chatting and, kind of doing a little bit of work, scrolling around on Pinterest, but mainly just chatting.
Yep.
Story stuff and things like that. Obviously, if you were listening to the stream still, you know what I've been saying and what I've been talking about.
And having a good time, no doubt.
Hopefully. I hope everyone that listened, and that is possibly re-listening or anything like that, has had a wonderful time listening to Zero and I blab while he outlines and I do whatever. Na's here, I'll just leave the stream on, but I'm going to bed. Well,
no,
joke's on you, we're ending it.
We're ending it, buddy.
Aw, Fluffy says that they've been having a good time. That's good.
Yeah, Fluffy always has a good time. Also, Fluffy, your next stream, you're allowed to come on voice if you like.
So long as things don't get crazy. I'm kidding.
Nah, he's not crazy.
That's good.
Fluffy is a fluffy person.
Yeah. But yeah, regarding Sunday streams, I don't mind coming at all if you'll have me. I don't want to invite myself or invite myself to read or anything.
Look, I'm not very good at approaching people and asking if they want something. I should probably be more proactive in that sense. Be like, hey, you want to get on here? And then if people say no and whatever. I usually just don't even think about asking because I expect people will say no.
Yeah.
I should probably...
And I mean, having a small group on stream is usually a pretty good idea so that it isn't too overwhelming. But I'm not going to tell you how to live your life.
Well, the maximum is 6 if you have the free version of that. But as I don't know if you noticed, but they all stay quiet anyway.
Which is good, because it's reading.
Yeah, nobody talks over the other, or if we do, people stop and just decide who talks first. It's not like people. It's not like those reaction videos for, I don't know, Burlington Bar, Game of Thrones season, whatever, and they all fucking scream over each other.
Can't stand it. But yeah, no. So maybe people in the chat, maybe you'll hear me again Sunday. And if not, I tend to upload on my own YouTube channel on Fridays.
Yes.
Awkwardly, minorly plugging myself.
I'll link your YouTube channel.
Zero's got me linked below and in the chat and all the places. You can find me at Xana's Books all over the internet. Not all over, but in a handful of places.
I'm gonna write it down. Xana is awesome! Here's her channel.
I'm trying to get my book published currently. That's a goal. Conduit came and left. Rude.
Oh, Dylan?
Yeah.
He does that. I think Dylan is I'm giving him crap for this, but he is actually attending his sister's birthday party.
Know him for being good. A good brother. I tried to be a good sister earlier, but I think I messed up a little bit.
Hey.
Helping my sister with her homework, and I helped her with some stuff, and a mistake got through, and hopefully it was the only mistake, honestly. But it's also like a 100 level course, so...
You must repent.
I promised her ice cream if things didn't work out perfectly.
Oh, what kind of ice cream, though?
Probably just like a McFlurry. An M&M McFlurry.
It's like soft serve vanilla.
Yeah, it's like soft serve vanilla with M&M pieces.
Oh, I want that. I want ice cream now. It's not the weather for ice cream yet. Dude,
you can eat ice cream when it's cold. Don't be a wimp.
Yeah, but I'm not used. Okay, I'll eat ice cream. I think. Actually, how long does ice cream last in the freezer? I don't even know if
until you throw it out, because it's frozen. It preserves it. I've never had ice cream left alone that long. I wouldn't know. I doubt that it would mold, but it'd get it'd get frostbitten eventually.
I'll try the ice cream in the freezer right now, see if it is, and if it's not, yeah. Happy 0.
Happy 0.
Yeah, you should have some ice cream too,
does.
Fluffy.
Get some ice cream, Fluffy. Oh, I have strawberry ice cream. I could have some strawberry ice cream.
See, we can all have ice cream.
Maybe we're all getting ice cream today.
We are.
That'll be fun.
Alright, I think I've delayed the stream ending long enough.
Can I ask you a quick question though?
Oh, ask whatever you like.
Can you stick around in just the voice chat unstreamed after I have a question I need to ask you? That's it.
after I end the stream, you want to ask me a question?
Yeah. After the stream, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Cool.
Alright.
Oh, Fluffy has no ice cream in their freezer. Go out and buy some. It's never too late.
Unless you have a curfew, then don't go out. Otherwise, you'll pay money.
Oh, sure. Anywho, bye.
Goodbye, everybody.